Hey everyone, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program here on ETV. Hello Charles, good afternoon. Before I begin, just want to apologise for not being able to stream over the last, nearly a week. For my regulars, you know I'm going through a lot of health conditions at the moment. Also, basically I ended up at the doctor's with a bad back, so I've been prescribed anti-inflammatories and had to give my back a good rest, which meant no sitting down, unfortunately. So that's the reason I've been away for so long, but hopefully things have improved, and so we'll be able to get back into regular streaming, fingers crossed. But every time I say that, something seems to crop up to make it a little bit more difficult for me. So anyway, we'll just have to try and remember how we did things and where we were up to and all that. So here we are back in the hangar, the assembly building. Hey Mick, how you doing? I don't think we have any contracts. We have no contracts, so we can get rid of that. I was thinking I might try to do something without a contract, because we need science, as always. Science is the currency of this game. Let's warp to next morning. So we'll get some daylight. So we don't have the proper parts to make a rover, but I was wondering if we could still make one, not a rover that allows us to put a Kerbal on it and drive it around. I just meant like a remote controlled rover. So I was wondering if we could make one using this, which is basically remote control pilot, where you control the spacecraft when it's in space. So I was really curious about this, so I was wondering if we could give it a go and see what happens, because I'm aware that there is lots of science to be had from around the base. Like, there's different things we could do around the base itself that allows us to collect science points. So my theory was, this isn't a very big surface and I can't put things on it. I don't even know if that's the right way up, but I was thinking if we could at least put like a battery on it. A rechargeable battery. So there we go, we've got a battery on it there. And then I was thinking maybe we could put some sort of body underneath it, using airplane parts. And rotating it, obviously. I don't know if this will work, but let's move it about. Let's turn snap off, make it center as possible. Okay, so that's pretty small. So then turn it upside down so I can work on the bottom a little bit easier. I do have some wheels. I have these little Rove Max wheels. So maybe we can, I mean, hopefully it'll work. They're a bit weird, as in positioning them. Frickin' hell. Trying to figure out how to rotate these. Is that it? Oh, there we go. And then position them on the bottom. Like that. Put 4 of them. Okay. Flip it back over again. Oops. And we'll need an antenna of some sort. Just put the standard antenna, and then this will also help me determine which is the front and which is the back. Alright, and I thought we'd put some solar panels on it. Alright, well, let's just see if that works before we do anything. So, it's a rover, so I'm going to call it Marley 1. Hey Mike, how you doing? So, we'll go to the runway, and we'll figure out if this works or not. Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got some sort of movement. Oh, we've got steering. But it's just going around in circles when I try to move it forward. Okay. Oh, okay, steering. If we turn steering off, then disable at the back, that might be a good thing, because that way we haven't got if it's wheels, motor direction. does that work? Oh, it's backwards. But great. Okay, so we'll turn these motors normal, and if we do the other ones reverse, right. Oh, I was going to do something to something I wanted to do. I wanted to allow you guys to see my mouse button, my mouse, so you could see what I was actually clicking on. How do I do that? Is it possible? It must be possible, because it must be possible. Where is it? It is possible, because I know I turned it off, so now I just got to remember how to turn it back on. Center the screen, no. No. Properties. I thought it was in properties. Oh, there it is, capture cursor. I had to scroll down a bit. Okay. There we go. So you should be able to see my mouse now, so you can see exactly where I'm clicking. There we go. No, it's not meant to fly. It's meant to be a little rover. So we're not getting... Oh, the brakes are on. Hang on. There we go. Oh, look, it's working. It's working. It's working. So right, so if we recover that, if we can, and put some science, some science experiments on it, we should be able to get some science. That's the idea, anyway. I wonder if it's small enough to. I wonder if it's small enough to put on the moon. Right. So we got. Oh, this is awkward. It's not very centralized. Yeah, that's better. Right. So this is the front. Can we put some more cells on the front? Beep beep. Rotate. I want to rotate this slightly. Okay. Looks a bit weird, but whatever. Okay. We can probably science experiments. So we can only put the ones that we can reuse. on here, because we're not going to have any scientists or anything to reset the experiment, so we can only put ones like barometers and things, anything like that. Ignore these are mods. Is that it? Is that all we can do at this stage? Alright. Oh, I mean, if we can't fit any more on there, we might as well try and put some batteries on it as well. Put the batteries on underneath. Okay. So apparently each build. Oh. Each building has its own biome, so you can get different readouts from each building. Hey Noop Lapser, how you doing? And we'll put some let's put a couple more. You can never have it. No. Okay. We'll launch it round. Got 510 electrical charge. Didn't we? I thought we sorted this. Steering disabled. Steering disabled. Reverse. Reverse. Okay. Yeah. We've got the front and the back the wrong way round. Hang on. So normal. Normal, and we'll reverse the other ones. Reverse. Reverse. Okay. Brakes off. Steer it. The brakes on. There we go. And if we turn on the, there we go, see? Temperature scan. Why do you get less science for transmitting it? But anyway. Atmospheric pressure. Alright. Wow, that's annoying. Alright. So turn the brakes back on. So that's the runway. And now if we head over to the other parts of the base, oh, we can do another temperature scan, can we? It's not letting me. Why is it not letting me? Strange. Oh, I've got to transmit. Right. Off we go. That's annoying. You can't hear it because I haven't turned the audio on, but that's what I'm hearing right now. So maybe I'll just keep the audio off for now. Right, let's have a look. Hey Eric, hey Remus, how you doing? Alright, so this is the administration building. We don't, oh, there we go. We're recharging, so do a temperature scan here. It's not a lot of science. But it's some. So every little bit helps. The rover itself isn't making any noise, so the only noise I'm hearing is wind, whoops, and that screeching noise when I do the transmitting. Whoop. I was sort of hoping we'd get a little bit more science than this, but whatever. Every little bit helps. Oh, we need electrical charge is gone. Is going down, so I need to let that charge back up again. Well, it's a nice little tour of the complex anyway. So that's the flagpole, as you can see. Looks more like a high school. Didn't change. We haven't changed biomes. I thought we would have changed biomes then, but guess not. I thought like administration building. Have we been here before at some point? Not enough electrical charge. If there's some way of getting this rover to the moon, we might be able to drive it around on the Mun, and pick up science from the different biomes there. There we go. Here's a new one. We'll just let the solar panels collect. Just point those front ones so those front ones are hitting it. Transmit some more data. We didn't have enough electricity to transmit everything. Exciting stuff, I know. Speed up time a little bit. His batteries recharge. Now I probably could have built this out of a command module. I mean, and just driven it as like put some wheels on it and driven it around. That might have worked. You never know. Whoops, bit of a hop skip. It's over here. Right. Transmit that off. So what building is this we're at now? Research and development. Alright. Let's head over to the hangar bay then. scan, atmospheric pressure, transmit data. So how's everyone been anyway? I'll speed this up a little bit. We'll head over to the tracking station. Doing all right. Temperature scan, pressure, transmit data. I thought I might have had a few more. If I'd done it with the capsule, I suppose I could have put a Kerbal in it, and then we could have done the mystery goo canisters as well. That's something we could do future date. Where else have we got? The launch pad, I should say. I'm assuming it's some sort of comic book convention or movie convention localized in Adelaide, is it? Cut down Comic Con, yeah. I suppose we've done all the temperature readings from here before, since we've been here. Where haven't we done? We haven't actually done the aeroplane or the space plane hangar, have we? So we'll head over there. And we could probably drive into the hills locally as well and see if we can get some science. I used to go to a lot of Comic Cons here in Manchester, but I haven't been to any for about a year. I've met quite a few people. I've met Boba Fett, the guy who played Boba Fett in the original movies. Met a couple of the doctors. Crichton from Red Dwarf. People I didn't speak to, but I've seen, like David Prowse, Kenny Baker. I wish I'd spoken to him because he died a couple of months after I saw him, but I didn't actually go and speak to him. I wish I had now. But you know, you go speak to people, and you feel well, I feel obligated. I know not everyone does, but I feel obligated to buy an autograph, and well, sometimes it's just not. Sometimes it's a bit too expensive when they ask quite a bit for just a photo and an autograph. So that's why I didn't go to speak to Kenny Baker, because I didn't have enough money. I would have loved to have done, but I have though spoken to Jimmy V and got his photograph and his autograph, but that was like just before it was officially announced that he was the new R2-D2. And it was at the same convention that Kenny Baker. They were sitting like 2 seats away from each other. And I was actually taught. I mean, I'd heard rumours that he was the new R2-D2 and all this, and it was while the filming of the movie I hate. What's it called? The Last Jedi. The filming of The Last Jedi was on, and I sort of said to him, "Shouldn't you be in Ireland filming right now?" And he goes, "I don't know what you mean." And I said, "You're the new R2-D2, aren't you?" And he goes, "I don't know what you mean. Am I? I don't think I am." And I said, "I'm pretty certain you are." And he was like really coy about it. And he was like, well, you know, and all this, because it hadn't been officially announced. So he couldn't, it was clear he couldn't admit to it. But he was there as because he'd been in Doctor Who. So he was pushing his Doctor Who connections. But yeah, obviously it was announced shortly thereafter that he was the new R2-D2, officially announced. But it's funny when they do that, when they have to keep things, you know, they're tied, they can't say anything, even though everybody already knows because it's already been linked. I met Sergeant Benton. Benton? I always get his name wrong. Benton or Benson? I think it was Sergeant Benton from John Pertwee years and the early first season of Tom Baker's Doctor Who. He's a character, I tell you. Colin Baker doesn't like him though. I mentioned to Colin Baker that I'd met him, and the face he pulled, oh my god. He pulled this face that was like, oh, you know. That was a bit funny. He was like, he thought he was star of the show when, you know, he acted like he was the star of the show when he was just this bit character. And I wanted to say, yeah, but he was one of my favourite characters, so, you know, I can forgive him. If he wants to feel like he's the star of the show, then so be it, whatever. Yeah, funny story with Colin Baker when I met him. I mean, I got him to do that plug for my ETV channel, which I've shown, which the regulars to the channel would have seen and know all about it. But I was with Jade, my stepdaughter at the time, who was like 16, 17. And she was in a Harley Quinn outfit, and Jade is what you would say we would call top heavy, so to speak, and she was showing an awful lot of cleavage in this outfit. And Colin Baker was like, when she started talking to Colin Baker was like, "I'm doing my best to look at you in the face." You know, because it was so funny. And he said that while the mum's standing next to her, and it was like, oh my god. Funny. And then obviously I met Crichton from Red Dwarf, and I got him to reenact the famous shrinking box of Seed shorts with me. And he said I was the only person at any of those Comic Cons that had ever asked him to do that. But he did it. I got a nice little photo of him straddling me, and I took the role of Lister. That was quite cool. It was one of my favourite moments. So we're going to go off the runway up here and try and maybe go over to these hills and see if there's any science over there we haven't collected. Yeah, good little rover, this one. It works well. It gets sunlight. Quite good. Apparently whenever there's a change of colour, it's a change of biome. We've got temperature scans from here. It's okay, I mean it's not going to blow up, so it's something we can recover quite easily. I wonder if it's possible to put this into space, if we land it on the Mun at some point. It's a good little working rover. Works a lot better than I actually thought it would. It's a makeshift rover because the actual proper rover parts with the proper rover control system that you're supposed to use, you need like 300 science to unlock that. It's like two science levels up. Let's speed up time a little bit. Well, there we go. We're in a different biome. So do a temperature scan, atmospheric pressure scan. We'll transmit it. We're at Kerbal Shores. I could have sworn we would have done Kerbal Shores already. But I don't know. It says that we haven't. Oh, Eric, I was thinking, I haven't checked it out, but I was thinking, you know how a couple of missions after I killed you, we were flying over a part in space, and I wonder if this is a border for another biome coming up, and we saw your name as if you were on the surface, and it was like, oh, it must be your ghost or something. I was wondering if that could have actually been a flag. Like, did we not plant a flag at one of your landing sites? And I was wondering if that maybe was that. If it could have been a... Whoa! Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Well, it did warn me, didn't it? It did say that using time warp could cause some instability. Well, that's great, isn't it? Right, looks like we're going to have to recover it from there. Recover vessel. Yeah. I was wondering. We've got 181 science now, so I think we started. We didn't start with 181. So now we have to upgrade this, research and development. Have to upgrade that, and if we go into upgrade, so the actual rover part is this. This is what. But to get to that, I need this or this first. Which, funnily enough, I was thinking I would take this, would be the first thing that I actually take, because it's got the mobile processing lab, which through various things is a very cool way of getting science over time, apparently. So I was thinking that that might actually be the next thing I get anyway. Because apparently what you can do is you can put like this mobile processing lab in orbit around, say, Kerbal, and it has, and put 2 scientists in it, and then any data, any science that you recover, you put into this processing lab, and it processes it, the science, or it does something, and it gives you more science over time as well. So that's what I was thinking of doing anyway. So we might as well get it. But to get that, we need 300 more science. So that could be a while. Right. Let's I want to see if we can still get some science from this was supposed to be the front. Disabled. We don't want steering at the back. Disabled. Now, which side was it where we reversed? I think it was this side, wasn't it? It hasn't. Oops. Ah, bugger. No, that's the wrong thing. That one. So we want the wheels to be going the same direction, so that's why I've had to reverse the direction of one of them, of 2 of them on the other side, so that they're both going in the same direction. If I just left them, they would be going backwards as normal, and they would be going forwards as normal, and that's why it would probably just turn around in circles. We don't have any more science on here. Science Junior. I walked like 80 days with my processing lab in orbit and got barely nothing. I don't know if I was doing it wrong. Yeah. Maybe you were doing it wrong. Okay. I've probably got this messed up the wrong way around, which wouldn't be a problem. Which wouldn't be too much of a hassle, to be honest, because the extra solar panels that I've got up would be at the back. I know. Although for some reason it's not steering very much. It's upside down. I've just realised that is upside down. Why isn't it steering as well as it was? Steering is enabled. Steering disabled. Steering disabled. Yeah, okay. But it's going in the right direction. We'll just won't do any more than 2 times this time round. The great Piffers, how you doing? That's a nice way of saying hello, isn't it? It's funny, my mum died of lung cancer and she didn't go around telling people she had it. That's the first thing that she said to people. So, I honestly don't believe you. My mum died of lung cancer, actually. That was the thing that killed her. And when she introduced herself to people, I distinctly remember that the first thing she said wasn't, "I'm dying, I've got lung cancer." In fact, it probably didn't even come up in conversation. Yeah, that's upside down. The whatever that's called, you know, the remote control, the thing that you put instead of a pilot, because the ground should be sky, not ground. So it must be upside down. It's a bit of a slow journey. Don't dare turn the go any faster though. Okay, we should be getting close to it, hopefully. Wonder if it has enough power to get up the hill. It's not changing. I thought this would have been a completely different biome, but it looks like, whoop. And it looks like I've already got science from here. Well, isn't it lovely going for a nice little drive? The most expensive remote control car. I look forward to putting something like this on the Mars equivalent. What's it called? Duna or yeah, Duna, I think it's called in the game. But I don't think there's any other biomes nearby. So we'll just stop this and we'll just recover it, and then we'll have a look at see what contracts are available. Okay, so let's have a look at mission control. Build a new orbital station around the Mun. Build a new service outpost on Ike. Science data from the surface of Minmus. Another satellite position. Rescue Lismil. I'm going to have to do one of these eventually. Plant flag on the Mun. There's no science. What we could do Why doesn't it give any science? I suppose we could, I mean, try. Must support 5 Kerbals. So you've got your science thing that supports at least 2. Oh, I don't know. No, I haven't rescued Mursky yet. Just noticed that like there's not many of these that actually give science. Science data from the surface of the Mun. I mean, that gives science. I'll accept that one. And then you've got these. I can't even remember. What was the one I just accepted? Science data from the surface of the Mun. Then you've got science data from the surface of Minmus. Another satellite. That gives science. That doesn't give science, so does it? Oh, yeah. Oh, these are the ones where you've got to... Doesn't give science. Doesn't give science. But we'll accept that one anyway, just for the money. I'm going to accept that one, even though... Because what I'm thinking was I could put an orbital station around... Oh, hang on. I just noticed the... Please note this must be a new station built for Goliath National Park after the contract is accepted. Oh, well, there you go. I wonder if you could reuse it. And I wonder if you could... Because we could start off by doing this one. Well, not that one. The other one. This one. I could try and do this one to learn how to build a space station without having to go all the way to the moon to do it. 5 Kerbals though, that's the thing that I'm like, 5 Kerbals. Have 2,000 units of liquid fuel in your station. How do you store 5 Kerbals in a... Oh, science, we'll take that. Oh no, these are the ones I've accepted. But we'll figure it out. So I mean, I know a like a science bay will hold 2. A Mark II command pod will hold 2, so that's 4. So that's 2. So let's have a look. So we should have a science bay. Wow, that's quite large. I didn't realise it was that big. So there, that's 4, isn't it? I mean, that on its own is 4. Where does it tell you? It tells you here somewhere, doesn't it? Crew capacity 2, crew capacity 4. What a mod. So that's 4. So a facility that holds 5. What would that be? What else could I put on there that holds 5? The hitchhiker thing? I never knew what I could do with that. There is the tourist cabin. So that holds 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that holds quite a bit actually, doesn't it? That has a 4. Oh no, crew capacity 2. I had 2 of those together, so that's 2, 4. I wouldn't even need the big one on top, would I? I could just get away with a normal standard one, but this obviously is quite bloody big compared to that. Is there some sort of converter? I'm sure there was some sort of converter. Yeah, that's still quite big. Oh, there we go. It's unique. That is very unique. Let's see what we can, how we can change this around a little bit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With a docking clamp on top. So that's the payload. So this is going to be, for me, well, it's not the payload. That's obviously not finished product. For me, this is going to be like a one-way trip until I learn how to dock and bring back. Well, I don't have. No. I'll put scientists in there and a pilot. So let's have a look at the crew. We can put a few people in there, I guess. In there. And who was that? Oh, we only have one scientist. Right, we need to check our list. Who wanted to be a scientist? Matty wanted to be a scientist. So if we just save this for a moment. So this is going to be our little science vessel, science. We'll call this TARDIS 1. Right, want Alt F12. Want to create a Kerbal. Want to create a scientist. And call it Matty. Put his experience up. I don't know what veteran means, but whatever. And create that Kerbal. Okay. Crew. Scientists. So put 2 scientists in there. We're just sending an engineer up just in case we ever need to do some repairs. I'm going to save that. We'll just come out of here. When I know my back is okay, so play this for a few days and see if my back is okay, and if my back's okay, then I'll risk playing Skyrim, because I don't want to be putting a headset on if Scientists Blue. I don't want to be putting a headset on my head if I still got a bad back. Right, I've met Matt in real life. He's got a bit of a he's not grey though, that's the problem. I'll do that. That's about him. That's probably him. Okay, back to the vehicle assembly building. So let's add stuff to this. Dum, 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 dum. Just move this. Right, move it in utility. Hitchhiker storage container. No, it's not in utility. Where is it? Service bay. That's it. I'll put a service bay on this. About there. And in here, we want to put experiments. So, look, science. So we want some goo. Thermometers. Not that we need it, but we could probably put them on the outside. And barometers. Put them at the top there. Alright. Close. We'll put Science Junior on there. This is getting quite heavy actually, isn't it? And just in case... No, I'm not going to bother because I'm not intending to bring it back. So we're not bothering with decouplers or anything like that. So that's the space station. Batteries. Actually, batteries. And it needed fuel as well, didn't it? We needed to store fuel in it. That was another thing it said it needed. Alright, fuel. How much did it say it needed, fuel-wise? It has a... No, not the satellite. Alright. 2,000 units of liquid fuel in your station. 2,000 units. How much is that? How much is 2,000 units? That's 180. 2,000 units. That's a lot. Isn't it? Am I just like, that's a lot, isn't it?
What the hell? This guy's
2,000 units? Is it?
Is that me? Is that me? Don't make me finish me. Is that me? What the hell?
1,400, so that's another 560. A lot of fuel. That is a heavy payload. Look at that, that is 40 tons. That's a 40-ton, and I haven't even put the solar panels on it yet. Solar panels. Oh, I don't have the retractable ones yet. I've only got the normal ones. Oh. I haven't unlocked the ones that retract. That's a shame. Okay. Right. So that's that. That is just ridiculously a big thing to launch into space. Wow. Alright. So, coupler. What size do you need? This is the biggest rocket I've ever built. Actually, before I put that on, where's the center of mass on this? Around there. Right, engines. Do I not have RCS engines? I must have RCS engines. I tested them. There we are. Alright. Okay. Do they require monopropellant fuel? So I need monopropellant fuel, which is here, I guess. I'll place that on the outside there. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get this into orbit, but whatever. Right, okay. So that's that. Back to the building the actual rocket underneath now. Fuel tanks. This is heavy. This is heavy. Oh no, decoupler first. Followed by fuel tanks. I'm not even... All we want to do is get it into orbit. So... How the hell are we going to get this into orbit? I don't know. Oops. Four of those, do you reckon? I haven't built anything this big before, so I'm really, I really don't know how well this all works. I guess that's why we do saves. Right, fins. Live and learn, live and learn, live and learn. Put those on there. Now we need to put an engine on it. Engines, engines, engines. Which engine? Because we have different types now. Alright, so that was the old Reliant. So I think it's... Now, I think you need 3,500. I don't think this would get into orbit as it is. So, let us put on some that's a big rocket. We've never used this rocket booster before, so let's give this a go and see how it goes. We want to lower this down because when it falls away, I don't want it hitting the fins. Probably won't. I love making things on the fly without planning. Right, aerodynamics. Phones. Shall we do a test launch? See how high this thing... Oh no, let's put some stabilizers on. This is going to be a complete disaster, I know it. This is not going to work. I might just put some... just some struts. Just to hold it at the top there. This is definitely not going to work. This is what we call... I probably do need... Probably am going to need a rocket. I think the poodle is the... Yeah, okay. So let's save that. Let's... Right. Yep. Okay. Save away. And we'll go to the launch site. Oh God, unable to launch. Height 36.79. Maximum height is 36. Oh no. That's rather annoying, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Can we lower it? Can this come down lower? Oops. I don't know if this actually affects it. What about now? No, it doesn't, has no effect. So we could just upgrade the... How much will it cost to upgrade the launch pad? We've got 142,000. Sorry, I just screamed upstairs for Charlie to shut his door. Ah, we can do an upgrade. That's not an expensive upgrade. Okay, we've upgraded the launch pad. Probably needed doing anyway. This is not going to work. We all know this isn't going to work, but it's going to be fun anyway. Ooh, that looks cool. Here we go. This is just not going to work because I know nothing about Delta V. Oh, look. It's a good looking rocket though. I have to admit. We need to put that in the right area. It's a very good looking rocket, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that it's going to fail drastically. All this just to get a space station. Hey Jason, how you doing? Right, okay. Let's alright. Let's have a go. This is a one-way trip for everybody on board. Look at that. Yeah. The world's slowest liftoff. Oh, did that take out? It's shit. Took out a fin. Well, that was slowing down. This is not going to happen. Wow, okay. So this is really heavy. That engine just... didn't seem like it was strong enough, but I thought that was like the strongest engine I've got, isn't it? Well, that's the biggest engine I've got. Try more boosters. This probably isn't going to work. More boosters, more cowbell. That's what we need, more cowbell. We'll put game audio back on now that we're not doing all that screeching. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, boom, boom. dun, 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 dun. Okay. Shall we give that a go? I got a sneaking suspicion this isn't going to work. I think the payload we're trying to launch is too heavy. Way too heavy. Oh, I didn't put stabilizers on it.
Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
Probably should have put them on there. So. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. This is a nightmare. The weight is just too much. Alright.
28. 25. Status check.
I still think
Go
it's
Atlas.
a pretty looking
Go
rocket.
Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
I quite like the look of it. It's a very cool looking rocket. But we just
T-minus
it's just not going to launch.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition. We have liftoff.
It's a little bit better. Apart from the stability. More speed this time anyway. We're gonna get higher this time round. Watching the fuel. Separate. Didn't hit anything this time. Roll over. Are we going to get into orbit? I think the as the fuel is running low. Oh, I don't think we're going to make it. Maybe we're going to get in orbit. Yeah, you could say that. A lot of trouble. Look at the map. We're holding constant there, but I don't think we've got enough fuel to get that up. So we're only halfway to go. Oh no, it's slowly going back. Like we're only just past the halfway point. Nearly out of fuel. No. We've gone past the Appalachians. It hasn't worked. We're just falling back. Ugh. It's a weight issue. It's such a heavy rocket. What we could do... Alright. We could... Boom, boom, boom. Right. Right, okay. I've never tried this before. So if we use and few lines running in, right, aerodynamics. Might work. Might work, might not. The only thing I'm worried about is it when it runs out is these hitting the fins underneath. But let's find out. Oh, better check the staging first before we launch. Make sure everything is in place. Everything should be like that. Okay. Should be 3 stages. Yep.
28. 25.
This'll
Status
work.
check.
This'll work.
Go Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
This'll definitely work. We'll definitely get up there this time.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition. We have liftoff.
Okay. Apparently it won't work. We're not getting any lift whatsoever. Press the up arrow. God. I thought that would have worked. Surely that should have worked. Why would that not work? That's like saying these don't have enough thrust to lift themselves. I mean, the 2 rocket boosters worked. Okay. Did I try it with 2 rocket boosters before or 4? This is just getting expensive now. Boom, 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 boom. This is like using all my money to do this one rocket. How much do they weigh? It's 94,000. I'm clearly trying to launch too much at once.
For
God's sake. I don't understand what was going on then, but anyway. Should have launched as far as I'm concerned. Can you sell advertising on the side of the rockets to make money? This I would. Whoa! Look at those rocket boosters. Maybe we should revert back to, and put some struts on them. Actually, maybe I should put some struts on a couple of things. Right here. Just to hold it. Okay. How are we going this time? Alright, that's better.
28. 25. Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
T-minus 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
We have
1.
ignition.
Okay. What the hell went wrong there? What went wrong there? What? Oh, I see. You idiots. Yeah. I added an extra stage, didn't I? So, what happened was it basically got that wrong. So it initiated this first. So instead of the
28.
right.
25. Status check.
So basically what happened then was
Go worldview 3.
that got released and they just fell. And then as soon as they hit the ground they exploded. So that's what happened there.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition. Liftoff.
We do not have liftoff. We Why? Why did it lift off? Ah, oh, revert to vertical assembly. It clearly. Okay. This isn't working. I thought it would have done. Okay. Let's try this one. This is ridiculous. Oh, for God's sake. Right. Why do the rockets look really close to the... Oh, okay. Staging 4. Right. Save. Launch. Come on, we can do it. You know you can. You know you can. It's time. I know, it's the power of positive thinking.
Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
Is it going to work?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition. We have liftoff.
Do it. You can do it. Why are we slowing down again? Ooh, why is it slowing down? Like the engine just isn't powerful enough to push the weight that I'm asking it to. It's not. Oh, we're going faster now. We are going faster. Not fast enough though. Nope. Apoapse is already dropping. Ah! Just not working. I can't get a powerful enough rocket. I'm gonna cry. Oh. Right. It's the all this extra. I mean, it's the contract. Look at the. If you look at the. This is what we're trying to do. Build a new orbital station around Kerbal. Has a facility supporting at least 5 Kerbals. Have 2,000 units of liquid fuel in your station. Which is like... What do we need? 560. I pull this back. That reduces the weight a little bit. Do I need... Could I get away with less fuel? I mean, it's... Let's try less fuel, lower the weight. See what that does.
25. Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
If we can get quicker acceleration off the pad.
T-minus 10.
It's a lot better, thanks.
8,
Now that I've got
7,
anti-inflammatories
6,
for it.
5,
I just
4,
hope this sitting down
3,
doesn't cause
2.
issues.
We have ignition. We have liftoff.
We're actually going to get higher using less fuel. By the looks of things. So maybe I was just I was carrying too much fuel. I think we're going to actually make it. So I was just trying to push too much fuel.
Kerbal. Hoe options bestämde. Du riskerar Kerbal hier when that.
I could probably even lost a bit more fuel, taking another fuel tank off. So I'm definitely going to make it into orbit. Came in too shallow. Go. God damn it. I think I screwed it up again. No. Screwed it up. Screwed it up. Screwed it up. Ah! I came over too early. I needed to get more height, I think, before doing the lean.
25.
Oh.
Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition.
Liftoff.
There we go. I think we're going to get it right this time, I hope. Appalachians is doing really well. I just made it way too shallow last time. We're at the 70,000 meter mark already. Although, not sure why that shouldn't. I would have hoped that wouldn't have been dropping, but it is dropping. Periapsis isn't coming up fast enough. Past that point again. If that drops below 70 before this gets up to 70. We ain't gonna do it. It's a race. I think we're going to do it. Come on, when you want to wish something to go as fast as possible. Come on. This is going to speed up. Nope. Oh, Appalachians is rising. No. Oh no, hang on. Periapsis coming up. Not going to do it though, is it? If we could get around here. I think we're going to bounce off. We might be able to actually still do this. Because we're not going to actually hit the... We're going so fast that we're going to swing round, so we still might be able to do this. But now I'm worried that we're not going to fulfill the contract because the because I've used fuel. There we go. So all I have to do whoa, don't. Is... Oh, don't tell me I've got no...
That's not scary. We'll tell you what...
I need to swing it around. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. To the pro grade. Okay. Fire up the engines again. Should be enough. Start bringing up the periapsis. There we go. Wonderful. So we've got it into orbit. I'm going to take it up to 80 kilometers. And if we come here, add a maneuver there to a retrograde, we could bring this down. What's that? 80, 84. Alright, and that'll bring us into a circular orbit around. Kerbal. 26-second burn. so we just line up to the maneuver node. Wait for 13 seconds and then do a full burn for 26. Hope we've got enough fuel. I'll bring the ripple backs down. And then we'll check the there we go. Alright, now we're in a circular orbit. With 80, 89, 10 kilometer difference. Right, I'll check the so that's our space station launched. But I've got a sneaking suspicion have 2,000 units of liquid fuel in your space station. So we are going to have to refuel it. By the looks of things. Which is something I haven't done, but I know is possible. So normally you come up here to so normally you'd come up here to take fuel out, but we are gonna have to put fuel in instead. So we actually have how much? We've got 757 plus 303. So we're like going to need 1,000 units. We're going to have to come up with 1,000 units of fuel and transfer it across just to fulfill the contract. Postal debris. Oh wow, we've got debris in space. We're actually 23 kilometers away from debris. Wow. We've got space junk. Now this has RCS. Sorry about that. Marley, shut up. Sorry about that. I don't know overnight. This I think too heavy for these to be moving. But that debris, I hope that doesn't hit it at some point. Right. So we are going to need to refuel at some stage and figure out how to do that. I assume it would just be attaching a docking a rocket and transferring the fuel across. It was probably a bit naive of me to have these on here, because I think the mass is probably way too much for any of these to actually to do anything. So in regards to transferring stuff to the science lab, how do you do that? That is a question. What are these? Thank you very much. We'll turn SAS off. So we need to figure out how to transfer data to the science vessel. Let's transfer that into there. Hang on. Do we not have any crew in here? I thought we came up here with crew. Did we not? I know I put crew. I put scientists in there. Have we launched or left the crew behind? Did we actually leave the crew behind? Available for next mission. Oh my god. We actually left the crew behind. Nobody noticed that there was no scientists aboard. Oh my god. Okay. Well, how ridiculous was that? Oh boy. I can't believe I did that. Oh. Alright, this one also needs parachutes on it. Okay, and it also needs a couple of things. Hang on, take that off there. Right. Okay. So because we're not going to be putting a... Actually, forget that. Forget this. Forget that. Scrap that. What we want is this one. Want this. We want that one. Want a heat shield on it. Assume it's this one. Yep, there we go. With a decoupler under that. With a fuel tank. No. There you go. And an engine. No. So no. Put a little terrier on it.
Mom, what are you making see?
Not that one. I thought it was that one.
Oh, hey, Mommy. It's a pug. He's a pug.
Hey, Sulaju. Hey, Master Hero. How you doing, mate? How's your channel going? Right. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? We need parachutes. We need a thingy on top of there, and we then also need why is that not clamping? There we go. Docking port. What is going on? Right. Okay. I don't know if this will work. I have no idea if this is going to work. It's pretty much the same. Let's check the staging. We've got one more decoupler than we need. Excuse me. Crew. You and you. Well, you and you. Cheeky little gits. 222 subs. It's not too bad. You are playing Minecraft though. You sellout. Minecraft is a... When did you start playing Ark? When I last checked your channel you hadn't done any Ark videos, and that was I think 2 days ago. It was just Minecraft. Okay. Oops. Right. I want that to be the main control. You got server was yesterday. You're doing Ark on PC, aren't you? I might have to jump on your server one day. Get my old Ark on PC up and running. I'll come check it out. Ugh. I just hate Minecraft. I hate it with a passion. It just really gets on my tits. Right. I don't know if this will work. Let's just check the staging. We don't want that. We want that to launch there. Parachutes there. About 0.2 there. Obviously, yeah, Geeky Get used to come on my channel when I was doing No Man's Sky, but because I haven't been doing No Man's Sky recently, I haven't seen much of him. I just got bored of No Man's Sky after all the, you know, the amount of time I put into it. I've been really enjoying this game because it's constantly trying to, it's like more like a puzzle physics games. Yeah, I haven't even bothered with the Abyss update. Let's go to the launch site. This is really only a test launch. I'm not really planning on... I just wanted to see if I could get this... how, you know, what I could get into orbit here with this. So this is just a test. Because I haven't put any solar panels or anything on. So we want to see what we can do with this. Whether we can...
25. Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7.
So this is just a
6,
test to see if it can go into
5,
orbit
4,
and how much fuel
3,
is remaining afterwards.
2. We have ignition.
Liftoff.
It should pretty much go into orbit. There shouldn't be any issue here. I mean, it's not as heavy as the other one, and we managed to get that into orbit. Yeah, Ark is a great game. I actually really love playing Ark, but it's you can't stream it on public servers. You have to have private servers, and even then, you're still going to get stream sniping. It'll happen. You'll make enemies, and then they'll realise you're a streamer, and blah blah blah. Fall away. Fall away. Look at that. We're already... already quite high. Old Apple apps. Welcome to the life of being a streamer. Okay. Alright, so we're in a stable orbit. So we've got the space station over here. So that fuel that we've got will definitely get us in. But in regards to doing a rendezvous, so like I said, that was really just a test. I didn't actually want to do anything. Well, I mean, I'm glad. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, that's one thing I try to remember, that when I'm streaming, that if you're making one person happy and doing something, then that's all that matters. And I know I forget that a lot of the time. I have to remind myself of that. That you know, if you're making a difference, even if it's just for one person, then nothing else really matters. Right, what time is it? I've lost complete track of the time. It's 5:30. Call this one TARDIS 2. Let's see. Now, I think what I'm going to have to try and... I mean, I don't know how hard it will be to maneuver this. I mean, that's got 405 units of liquid fuel. Fine. No. See, what I wanted to do is to get into orbit without using this fuel tank, which is what we managed to do. But I'm wondering, now that I'm going to add a little bit more extra fuel, I want to find the center of gravity, which is there, and we want these. We want to right on the centre of gravity. We want 4 of them. And we also want put that there as well. Okay. So we'll just do another test launch, just to see if this will go into orbit without using any of this fuel in here. So we're just going to test that again. Yeah, I'd love to do some joint streams with you, although with my accent and your accent it'll probably sound too Australian. And yes, there is such a thing as too Australian. Right, let's launch this.
28. 25. Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go Worldview 3.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Australia.
4, 3, 2. We have ignition.
We didn't have any liftoff. What happened?
Liftoff.
Doesn't matter, I guess. Alright, so I want to see if this will get us into orbit. Without using any of the other fuel. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Start this gravity turn. Stampy Cat. Stampy Cat is a huge, well, he used to be a huge, I don't know if he still is. He's a huge Minecraft streamer that my son used to watch. It's not... I don't know if he still watches, or if he still streams even. Okay, that's great. That's exactly what we want. We don't want to be catching up with it. You want to try and keep equal distance from it, so you want to throttle back. T-minus 36, 37. Let's keep throttling back. Most of the mods I'm using should be in the description, I think, Sir Knight. If you have a look in the description, and if they're not in this video, they were definitely in some of the previous videos. If not, I can add them. So let's have a look. No? Oh, they're not in there, are they? If you have a look at... should be in maybe a couple of the previous videos. Let's go back and see if I can find one of them for you. No? What? Oh, I could have sworn I've had them in the description. They used to be in the description. Where's the one that... first one's with mods? The second one. Oh. Maybe not. I'll have to have a look. Moment. Oh, I got bloody distracted there, didn't I? I wasn't watching the screen. Now our Apple Apps has gone way too high. But, I mean, we've got into orbit with it. That's really all I wanted to test. So we know that'll work. Just move this. Just put battery on there. And solar panels, right. Alright, let me just have a quick look through. I thought they were in the description, but they're not. Bear with me a second. No? Oh, this is ridiculous. I could have sworn there was one video that had it listed in the description. do know where. That's strange. Wait a second. Let me just see if I can get a list of them then. Here we go. I don't even know if you're still there because I can't see the chat at the moment. Alright, in the description now there's some mods. The mods I've... not all of them, but most of them. The graphical ones are in there. Now you should be able to see them in the description. Not sure why. Your changes were not saved. Angle brackets aren't allowed in your description. Oh, alright, Mast. No problem. What do you mean angle brackets? Oh, is that this? That's probably why they weren't in the description then. Ah, there we go. Well, that explains that. Now they're in the description. So alright, mate, no worries. I'll let you know. I'm not even sure if I've got Arc installed. I'll have to reinstall it onto the PC. But I may join you off stream for me and just see what it's like. But yeah, if you want to do some dual streaming in the future, we can certainly definitely do it. We'll have to find some games or something that we're both playing and we can get it done. So the question is, when I dock this with the space station, no worries, Mast. I'll catch you later. I'll probably be asleep in about 12 hours time though, so if you're still streaming in about 15 hours, 16 hours time, that might be a bit better. Alright. So the object of this ship is to get it into orbit to fuel the space station. But I'm not going to attempt to do it today, people, because it's I can't sit down for much longer, otherwise I risk doing my back again. So tomorrow, bright and early, we'll continue this little mission and we'll see if we can actually rendezvous this with the space station that we've got, which I've never done a rendezvous. I have no idea how to do a rendezvous. How much fuel does it have? It has 400. It has 810 liquid fuel. And how much did we need to transfer? Let's have a look. I installed Flight Engineer today, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Right. It has 303. Oh, we're going to need to make 2 trips to get all the fuel in this. Have 2 furnace units liquid fuel. So we did everything. Oh shit. You know, I think I just realized something. Oh, don't tell me I forgot that as well. This doesn't have a transmitter on it, does it? It's supposed to have a... it can generate power, because we've got the solar panels, so that's not a problem. But it's supposed to have an antenna, and I think I forgot to... I think I forgot to add the antenna onto it. Yeah, Sulaju, I managed to launch a space station, but it's not quite met requirements. 2,000 units of liquid fuel in your station, which I don't have. I have 1,000 units because I had to use some fuel, unfortunately. And I actually forgot to put a antenna on the bloody thing. So, but that's not. I don't think that's a problem. The antenna isn't a problem. To fulfill the contract, all I have to do is dock something with an antenna on it, and then it's one ship, and then it has an antenna, and then I can fulfill the contract. Damn it. I was doing so... It was so hard. This was so hard to launch. For me, you know, I found it very, very, very hard to launch. And now... I can't believe I didn't put an antenna on it. Oh. And I launched it without any scientists. So I really screwed up. It was supposed to have 2 scientists in the science thing when I launched, but it didn't. It didn't have them. Wait, it says transmit data. Ah, there you go. I can't transmit it because I forgot to put a bloody transmitter on the bloody thing. Yeah. Remember to do this. Remember to do that. The other thing that's worrying me is there's a bit of space junk which is getting closer and closer all the time. I wonder, and that's from a previous mission. So We're going to have to put another module on this with an antenna at some point. I wish I'd put some docking stations on the side as well. But it's okay. We've got a space station, we've got a docking port on it, so we can add things to it and then expand it in other ways. No, no flip coin anymore. Unless I somehow figure out how to make one. I can't believe I forgot the antenna. So, if I go back to here and just make sure I put an antenna on. Put an antenna on here so I don't forget. When if I do manage to get this docked, then for that short period of time it'll have an antenna on it. But this doesn't hold enough fuel. It only holds 800. Still, that's for tomorrow. This is just to try all this out tomorrow. And see how we get on. But I'm going to call it a night there, peeps. So thanks for standing by, for joining me, I should say. I will be back tomorrow. And we'll see if we can somehow manage to dock this and transfer some fuel. I don't think you need fuel transfer lines. I think once you dock, you then get the option to transfer fuel. I'm not too certain, but we'll find out when we get there, I guess. But again, thanks for watching, and if you are new, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notifications button so you know when I'm going to be back on. Hello Mrs. Moon Jelly, how you doing? I'm actually about to sign off, but I will be back tomorrow to see if we can dock this beast. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all later.